Hi everyone, this is Captain Rob Thompson. I wanted to show you today one of my favorite flies, the wire leader crease fly. Now Joe showed me this, how to tie it a long time ago, and I always keep them around for the gator bluefish. Every spring we usually have them up in the very far back of the estuaries. They come back in there and they say they're not spawning, but they pretty much seem like they're spawning. And they also push all the bunker up in there. So I like these big patterns, slap it out there. Usually use a 9-weight fly rod to get most of these going, but you have to pull it or line up your rod 1 weight. But these are hilarious to get fish on because you make them so big and you pop them across and they come out of nowhere for these things. So what we're going to start with is you're going to make this like a normal crease fly. You're going to cut your foam out first to kind of match it up to the size that you want. And what I'm going to do is with this style, we're going to use a new base on it. What I like to use is the Gamma Cat's octopus hooks with short wire leaders. Nothing too long. You can use them longer. The bigger you go, if you want to get into sharks and stuff, go bigger and longer. First I like to cut off the snap on the one end and have that loop in there. And I'll push that loop through the eye of the octopus hook, pull it back through and around so it cinches on there real good. Next, I'll wrap the yarn around the shank. I'll tie it off and I'll wrap it back and forth around the shank of the hook, up over that wire leader, go up a little bit so you can actually match it to the size of the foam that you cut out. To do this, I'm going to build it up because I want that CA glue or the crazy glue to actually absorb into it and hold. So once you get that wrapped up, put your CA glue on one side, attach your foam to it, and then on the other side, attach some more and squeeze it on there good. Leave it hollow up inside because you want the pop. You don't want it to be flat. And inside that too, what I like to do is I'll use the rattles. I'll take a lot of those rattles and get them up inside there, glue them in place, glue the front of it, and really diesel this thing out. Other thing to remember too is where your foam is on the bottom. You want to keep that foam as close to the shank of the hook as possible. You want that gap left in that hook. You don't want to close it off and have your foam come down too close. If you do that, you're going to be missing a lot of fish. They're not going to be able to get their jaw around the gap there. So you want to remember that too. You'll see a lot of them if you look at the crease flies on Google and you look them up on there. You'll see a lot of them are, you just don't get that good hook set. With these ones on there, you'll see you have a large gap on it. That's why I like that octopus hook. And you can really hook some fish with that and fight them pretty good. I got some pictures at the end too of some of the fish that we've had on these big flies. Now the other thing too is on the outsides, use those 2-ton epoxy still, the 10-minute epoxy. I like it for the strength. I really don't want this thing to collapse. I don't like using the UV styles on there. The epoxy is the way to go. And so pull out your old rotating dryers again, plug them in, stick them on there and let them rotate and dry up for a while. And at that point, you know, make anything you want. You see some of these on here, I made up a little plane. I just started gluing wings on it and stuff. But play around with it. Another one is like a feeding bunker. It's got a large open mouth on it for swimming around. And play with it. Try and make some up for sharks if you want. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me at captainrobthompson@gmail.com. I've been tying these things for almost 20 years now, and a lot of my clients, they get a kick out of it, wondering how they're going to cast this thing. But it's pretty funny, and you hit some big fish on them, and you always get them in the boat with that octopus hook and that wire leader. You never break them off. So I'm happy tying, and contact me if you got any questions. See you guys later.